One. Should schools have vending machines?
Should schools have vending machines? This question is asked a lot. Should vending machines be allowed in schools? I think yes, because if vending machines were allowed, students would have a choice to pick what they want for snack or lunch. Vending machines in schools can be a controversial topic. A lot of misconceptions about them float around. While some concerns are accurate, the problem may not be with the vending machine itself, but rather with the way the vending machine is being used. Here are reasons why it can be positive to host a vending machine in school. They are low cost. Kids don't have a lot of money because, well, they are kids, and where children are underprivileged, every child has access to the same snacks to buy in the machine, priced affordably. They can replace forgotten lunches. It's awful when a child forgets a lunch and going home for the lunch hour is not an option, especially since often these days both parents spend the day at work. By having a snack or beverage machine around, a child with a few dollars can still get something to eat to the last day.
I was gonna say, couldn't school lunches, you could just go buy a school lunch and pay for it later?
What are you talking about, the cafeteria?
Yeah, why would a vending machine replace food? You could just go buy a lunch.
Well, you get the decision, either cafeteria or vending machine. Using healthy snacks. The main problem with vending machines in schools has been the unhealthy eating associated with them. However, this can easily be changed by simply making a meeting with school officials to decide what will and what will not appear in the machines for sale to students. Things like granola bars, trail mixes, and juices can be sold instead of popcorn and chips only. Lastly, my personal opinion on vending machines being allowed in schools is that kids want actual food that is branded, and a lot of people know, such as Lay's, Nature Valley, Gatorade, Oreos, Snapple, and more. Say if I saw, Snapple in a vending machine, I really like Snapple, so I would buy it, other than some milk in the cafeteria, which I don't even like. I feel more comfortable drinking Snapple than chocolate milk at the cafeteria, and I don't even like chocolate milk that they serve. Students are getting lunch meals that have unsavory and unhealthy ingredients that make them taste awful, and this leads students to go starving all day. Therefore, vending machines have a huge impact, and this leads students to go starving all day. Therefore, vending machines have a huge impact on students and education. Small snacks give us the energy we need between classes. Vending machines may have healthy snacks as well as unhealthy snacks. Sugar-filled and salty snacks don't cause obesity. The students are old enough to choose wisely. Unhealthy snacks are easy to burn for children and teenagers unless they have diabetes. It can help school supplies. Wait, never mind. Forget about that. And this is why we have won this debate.
Our debate topic is, should vending machines be allowed in schools? I'd like to thank my teammates, Ben Karen, Ryan Moriali, and the proposition Roy Durham, Lucas Haddock, and Liam Anderson for being here to debate. I would also like to thank Miss Bennett for putting this debate together. Do you think that vending machines should be allowed in schools? My team and I firmly agree that vending machines should not be in schools. We have been researching and talking about how vending machines should not be in schools because of many great reasons. Vending machines can shape the way our future goes. They cause trust issues between family, they are unhealthy, which causes many health problems, and they are pricey. Vending machines can be one of the worst things for a school to have. Yes.
But couldn't they put healthy food in there?
Well, the thing about that is that if they put healthy food in, I don't think that most kids would buy it because they're like, oh, I want to go get some candy, and they see there's a healthy food, so it'd be like, aw. And also the problem is that the food might expire by the time it's there, and people will just let it sit, and then they'll have to go buy new food. There are many things that negatively affect schools because of vending machines. Some of the problems are big and could affect people for life, and some are things that are bad but bearable. The problems are trust issues, unhealthy snacks, diabetes, and costs. You may say, those issues are not that bad, they don't affect anyone I know. That's because our schools not have vending machines, which is an amazing thing in my opinion, and hopefully soon to be yours. Other schools actually have some of these problems, and have big problems with weight issues and other things, but no one wants to change it because they love to be able to get some candy or chips at lunch. I mean, you'd want some chips or candy, right? It's all good and fun until you realize what actually happens, and it all comes at a price. To start off, kids can become untrustworthy. Parents can give their kids money for hot lunch, but they end up spending it all on snacks that are not good for them.
Volleyball girls. A message from Mrs. Aquino. She wants you at the Monta Vista Gym at 3:45 today.
They can be used as ways that kids waste their money on unhealthy snacks. It also shows that kids are not trustworthy and shows bad character in the student. It could lead to more lying, and they'd be fine with it because nothing bad has happened so far. Yes, Lee.
Who said it had to be overpriced? Like, kids wasting their money. Like,
Well,
wasting
because their parents-
50 cents is not as much.
But after a while, it all adds up, and maybe they buy just one thing a week, but then it turns into 4 things a month, which turns into 48 things a year. I mean, it's just it just costs them money that they could be putting towards something else that might like benefit them, or like something they want to purchase.
It's the same as hot lunch.
Sorry. Now, don't even get me started about how unhealthy vending machines are and how they create issues in everything. In most vending machines, there are Skittles, Kit Kats, Reese's, donuts, M&Ms, and potato chips. Those all sound amazing, but all those snacks are very unhealthy, and most kids would not, if ever, choose those over a bag of trail mix or rice cakes. I mean, I would never want a rice cake or nasty trail mix. Would you? Having an unhealthy snack every day could cause health issues. Some medical issues that come from unhealthy snacks in vending machines are obesity, depression, and anxiety. Vending machines can cause diabetes, which is a medical issue that lasts for a lifetime. It's caused by overdoses of sugar, which can come from vending machine snacks. Most candy or treats have at least 8 grams of sugar. It also leads to bullying. If you are overweight and cannot do what other kids in your class can do, it could lead to sadness, which can lead to depression and anxiety because of the bullying or just not being confident with yourself. Schools with vending machines have 10% more kids who have diabetes and are obese. Think about all the little kids who get obesity from kindergarten just because they had vending machines at their schools. If you have a little brother or sister, you would never ever want anything bad to happen to them. For people that do, they can tell you that it's very hard having family members or themselves who have diabetes. If there are vending machines at their school, they can get health issues that affect them every day. Yes.
The kids that are in school should be wise enough to make their own choice. Like, if it's unhealthy food in the vending machine, they should pick if they want it or not.
So the thing with that is that's why I'm saying that it's only some kids. I know because some kids aren't actually just trustworthy enough to do something like that, and they might end up doing this, and it might feel good for them to have a candy or something, and they might keep doing it, and nothing bad happened to them so far, so they just keep going. Finally, vending machines cost a lot of money. They're about $3,600 just to buy and install and fill. It costs $600 to refill it. It's not one of the most horrible problems, but it still plays a role in reasons why vending machines are bad in school. The way that we do things now could affect us later. I'm going to leave you off with a quote from Mary Pickford. The past cannot be changed, but the future is yet in your power. That is why my group and I intend to win this debate.
Why should we have vending machines? vending machines should be allowed in school because it would help out the school to raise money and help school fundraisers. This school could also use the money to get pencils, pens, markers, and even new tables. This does not mean kids will stop buying lunch and snack, but you can also limit the vending machines to one thing per person a day. They can put healthy snacks to keep kids from having health problems in the future. The vending machines could also be monitored by a teacher, yard duty, or even the lunch ladies so kids do not steal from them. Kids can have a fun time buying these things. For example, they could buy a granola bar and give a piece to their friends if they wanted to. Yes.
I have a question. Do you think that it might be possible that a kid goes and buys a snack and then goes and gives it to his friend, and then his friend buys it from him, and then he gets a bunch of snacks?
Well, yes, that can happen. But I see kids do that all the time with the lunch hill. They buy it for the friends and give it to them. Because some kids don't have the opportunity to go buy as expensive stuff as the lunch gives, but they can buy a little cheaper snack at the vending machine. They can make the snacks small and less expensive, so kids don't waste all of their money on those snacks. Children will occasionally forget their lunch, so if we have vending machines, kids can get a cheaper lunch for themselves. They have a choice. If they don't want to have cafeteria food, then they can get something from the vending machines. Yes, sir.
But if you're not gonna bring your lunch to school and you're just gonna buy stuff from the vending machines, it's gonna be the same price as getting school lunch, but you're not gonna get as much.
Well, yes, we might not get as much, but they forgot the lunch and say they didn't bring enough for just school. They can get something from the vending machine.
But would you rather have a cheeseburger or some Oreos? Which
Well, kids, of course they'll pick Oreos, but at least it's a little snack to make them do it the day if they can't afford the lunch bucks.
You said that they would be limited to only have one thing per day, but don't you think that's a lot of candy they would be buying still?
But if it's one thing per day, at least it's not as much as buying like 5 things per day, and it won't be as much. So they can even limit it down even less if they want to. Some of these snacks can keep kids awake and ready to go for school. These snacks can be energy balls or even Gatorade to get them throughout the day so they are not falling asleep in class. There are other vending machines to give kids some pencils, pens, markers, or even paper. These vending machines can give kids supplies if they forgot it at home or they can't get something from class. In my personal opinion, I think vending machines should be allowed in school because it can give kids more food if they don't want anything from the cafeteria, and it can have more of an option for the kids. And also, this can give more opportunities to recycle. Recycling is a very important part about this all, so we can keep things working and still running. This can help out the teachers from having to buy multiple Yahoo boxes or whatever, and it can give children more opportunity to learn more about the earth, and that's why we have run this debate.
I would like to thank the proposition team, Roy Durham, Lucas Haddock, and Liam Anderson. Also, I'd like to thank my teammates, Carter Supple, Ben, Karen, for being here to debate. I'd also like to thank Ms. Bennett for putting this wonderful debate together. Today we were debating if vending machines should be allowed in school. The proposition team said that vending machines are low cost, but vending machines cost $3,600 and $600 plus when they have to refill. But they could use that money on other uses. Another point that the proposition team stated was that kids want brands they can trust, such as Gatorade, Lay's, and Oreos. But brands like that are all bad for you, especially Gatorade, which you wouldn't think is bad for you, but has 34 grams of sugar in just one bottle, which is almost the same as Coke. Some more points of our own that you should take into consideration is, firstly, on VendingSolutions.com, vending machines cost $3,600 just to install, and instead of using that money to buy vending machines, they could pay the teachers or pay for more supplies in the classrooms. Yes, they could make money off of them, but is it not worth getting kids fat and obese and leading them to get bullied and picked on in school? Yes.
Well, isn't it the child's responsibility to limit themselves
But
to
how-
not get as much food as they?
How will they really know? They don't know how much sugar, or they don't know what diabetes is. They don't know that it's. Yeah, because if they're, I think even high schoolers wouldn't know when to stop. They just keep going.
Do bullies only pick on fat kids?
Well, are they gonna pick on some normal kids?
Yes.
Another point is on debate.org that from everyone you know, would anyone take fruits or vegetables such as apples, carrots, or bananas over candy bar or chips? Because I know for sure that people would choose the candy bar, and you do too. My last point is on debate.org that kids aren't the only ones who are affected. The teachers at the school would most likely use the vending machines also, just to grab some chocolate or cookies. This could also lead to many adults to gain some weight or maybe end up with diabetes themselves. No thank you. When we asked the question of what problems do you think vending machines cause, 75% of the people surveyed agreed that vending machines can cause many problems, such as health problems and money issues. That is right, but the right answer is really that they cause a lot more problems than that. When we asked the question of do you think that vending machines should be allowed in school, 95% of the people surveyed disagreed.